Hey everybody, welcome back to the Magic Channel Card Tricks, and today we're going to learn another very easy card magic trick. Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. This is your #1 place to learn beginning level card effects. The tricks that you learn here are super easy. You'll be able to do them with cards, coins, and ordinary objects that you have lying around the house. Today, I'm going to teach you how to do a mentalism effect. This is going to be an easy card to pocket, or as we're going to learn it today, it's going to be card to box. It's a little hard for me to show you my pants pockets down here when I'm seated. Don't really have the best angle, but it'll work really well with card to box. And I want to point out that I'm using the honeybees here from Penguin Magic. These are the worker editions. And the reason why I like this deck for this particular trick is because of the inside. As you can see, the inside lining on the tuck box is printed, which means when I stick one of these cards in here, you don't see it very well. I mean, you can see that bee, but it's not like you see a really bright color. It looks like everything else. So there's a little bit of setup, right, to this, and setup in a magic trick is what we do ahead of time before the trick begins. There are a lot of very easy magic tricks out there that involve setup, something done ahead of time that the spectator is unaware of. What you're going to do is you're going to grab 2 random cards. Now, I'm going to grab these jokers because I don't care about the jokers, and we are not using them for anything other than the backs. I want to make sure that you've got 2 extra cards that have the same back as the deck you're using. And you're going to take those 2 jokers, you're going to place them in the tuck box just like that, okay? Now, I could leave it just like that, but if you're worried about the back showing to your spectators, you could leave it tipped towards you, or you could just have it sealed like that. It really doesn't matter, but I'm going to leave mine open and facing me, and this is how a spectator would assume you would begin as you began a trick. You could even have it off to the side. You don't want to really call attention to it. You're going to have your deck, and you can let the spectators shuffle it if you want. I'll shuffle it really quickly, but card order doesn't matter to this effect. What you're going to do is you're going to have your spectator select 3 random cards, all right? And I'll just fan them for the sake of this, but let's say they select this card and that card and that card. It really doesn't matter, okay? Now what you're going to do is you're going to say, let's look at the cards and make sure that they're all different. You want to have 3 different cards, and I do. I have an 8, a 9, and a 5. They're completely different. And I can say to my spectator, do you like these cards? They can say yes or no. Maybe they don't like the fact that they're all red. Say, hey, that's fine. You want to see if we can't find a black card? How about the Ace of Spades? Or let me see if I can find a different black card. Wow, I'm pulling all reds. How about the 2 of clubs? You want the 2 of clubs instead? They say sure. I say, okay, which one would you rather replace? They say, oh, let's replace the 8. I'm like, that's fine. Okay, so now you have 3 random cards. They're all spot cards. And there's a 3, a 9, and a 5. And what I want you to do, this is what you're telling your spectator, what I want you to do is mentally select one of them, and I don't want you to tell me which one you're picking, okay? I want you to get one in your mind. But you have a choice between a 3, a 9, and a 5, okay? They understand, and I'm going to pretend to mix them up like this. But what I'm really going to do is that I'm going to stick them in order from largest to smallest, okay? And I'm going to remember these cards, but just the numbers, 9, 5, and 3. The 9 is on top, the 5 is in the middle, and the 3 is on the bottom, okay? 9, a 5, and a 3. But I'm not going to show the spectator after I shuffle, okay? I'm going to take these 3 cards face down. I'm going to place them into the tuck box directly on top of the 2 jokers. So right now, the topmost cards are the 3 cards that they picked, okay? And I'll do this to pretend to shake them up, but you know that doesn't really do anything. And say, okay, now that they're in the box, I'm going to give you a second chance if you'd like to change your mind. Remember, we had a 3, a 9, and a 5. You could just mentally pick any one of those. You don't even need to remember the suit. 3, 9, and 5. You got one in your head, and it's one I could never know. All right, I'm going to read your mind, and I'm going to try to see if I can guess which one you picked. Now I'm going to turn this facing me so the backs are facing the spectator, and I'm going to kind of lift cards up and down. But the reality is I'm going to take the card closest to me, which is a joker. And they don't know that. I'm going to say, I don't think you picked this one. And let me see. Let me look at you. Yeah, I don't think you picked this one either. So I only have one card in my box, and tell me for the very first time, tell everyone in this room, just so that we know you didn't change your mind, what is the card you picked? Now, if they say the highest number, right, you're simply going to grab the topmost card, the 9, and bring it out and show it to everybody. If they say the lowest number, you're just going to kind of tilt this forward. That 3 is going to come into view. You'll pull the last card out and show it. Okay? So the only one that's going to give you a little bit of trouble is the middle one. Okay? But again, I could just reach in with my thumb and just grab that middle one and pull it out, and that would be the 5. 1 out of 3 that they're going to choose the middle one, right? It's going to give you the most trouble, but you just want to practice doing it so that it looks smooth, right? If I pull this last card out and I say, okay, for the first time, just tell everybody what you picked, just so that we all know you weren't lying. And they say the 5. As they're saying it, I'm going in to get it. So if they say 5, I'm just going to move that card out of the way and bring out the 5 just like that. Okay. And the way to clean up, right, before they say, well, let me check those cards, blah, blah, blah. And you can just leave the 5 that they picked out, pick these 2 up, make sure they face the spectator, drop them in the box, and then just start picking up other cards and throwing them in the box as well. Okay. So by the time they say, well, can I see the box? Well, sure. And now there's a whole pile of cards. They don't know which ones were the ones you started with or not. So easy card to box, right? And you could do this with your pocket too as well, right? We mentioned that. You would just have the 2 jokers in your pocket, okay? So if the 2 jokers were in your pocket, like that, and we'll get my 3, 9, and 5 back, okay? The 2 jokers would be in my pocket. I would take the 3, the 9, and the 5 and do the same thing, arrange them from top to bottom, 3, 5, and 9, like that. And when I go into my pocket, I would just place these right on top. So these are in my pocket like this, with the highest card facing out. And when I go into my pocket, I would just be reaching in, pulling out a joker, reaching into my pocket, pulling out a joker, and then saying for the first time, let me know what you picked. And then they say the 3, I'm just going to reach in, grab the rear card, and pull out. If they say the 9, I'm going to go in and take the topmost card. And if they say the 5, this one's almost easier than the box, because people expect you to struggle in your pocket. Maybe your finger got stuck on a loose piece of fabric. You're just going to go in, move that top card out of the way, grab the middle card, and come out with it. No one's going to say, well, can I inspect your pocket, right? No one's going to say, can I inspect your pocket? The only thing you want to do is make sure they don't dive for the 2 jokers. So you're simply going to push that card out so they can examine it. You'll pick up your 2 jokers and immediately put them in your pocket to clean up. So that is how you could do an easy card to box or card to pocket. Let me know down below what you think of this. And if you have any questions about the instructions, feel free to go back and watch this again. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time. Bye. Hey, have you ever purchased a magic trick that they said was easy or for beginners, and when you opened it up, it was just a bunch of parts and some typed out instructions? Like, how are you supposed to figure out how to do a trick with instructions that are this small and there's just no detail, right? No video, no pictures. You're so disappointed. You wanted to learn how to do this trick. You thought it'd be fun. And then when you got it in the mail, you were sorely disappointed. I want to help you. This channel wants to help you. I have a whole playlist of instructional videos that'll walk you through my personal handling on these tricks plus many more. Now, obviously, you need to own the tricks, right? You need to own the tricks in order to perform them. You won't be able to do any of these tricks unless you actually own them. But another great way to use this channel is as a way to look at tricks that are available on the market and to decide whether those tricks are going to work for you. I purchase all of my tricks from penguinmagic.com. And so if you'd like access to that playlist, if you would like to see kind of behind the scenes and get my personal handling, for these tricks plus many more, you can hit the join button down below and subscribe to this channel for only 99 cents a month. And as long as you're a subscriber, you'll have access to those videos plus any new ones I continue to make. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you next week.